All right, so today we're going to be taking a look at the current state of sneakers. It also looks like Adidas has yet again taken another major L, but to kick things off is Monday. We're going to go ahead and take a brief look at some of this week's most popular sneaker releases. So coming up this Wednesday, April 3rd, we got the latest drop from Fear of God Athletics and Adidas. Now we know this release will consist of clothing as well as footwear, so we're going to see models returning, like new colorways of the Basketball 1 model. We also will see new silhouettes being introduced, such as the 86 high. And then on the following day, while we have many sneakers dropping, I feel like as far as April 4th's most popular release, that would probably have to go to these Hot Step 2s from Nocta and Drake. We did see an initial pre-release or shock drop a couple of weeks back, and then coming up this Thursday will be the big sneakers app drop. And then as far as this weekend's big Jordan retro release, we have the Vivid Sulfur Jordan 4s dropping. Now I feel like as far as the color blocking, this is a great Jordan 4. If you ask any Jordan purists to give you like a primary all white Jordan 4, add hints of black and yellow, I feel like this is the way that they would do it. So this is a good release coming up Saturday. Unfortunately though, because it is a woman's exclusive drop and it doesn't have the Nike Air on the back, I feel like this drop may go a little bit under the radar, but people may regret that later on. And then today, while many people were waiting for the Adidas box shoe to drop, it looks like they got us with a good old April Fools. They did release the Cardboard Samba. So this is another colorway of the OG Samba Classic. This release gets its name obviously from the color scheme as well as the unique materials used on this model. So this is yet another, pair of Adidas Sambas, one of many that we can expect to release this year, which happens to be the perfect segue right into our next topic, because ladies and gentlemen, it looks like Adidas unfortunately has taken yet another major L, one that I feel like they can't afford, especially after the whole Yeezy debacle. So it looks like Adidas has lost their sponsorship as the official sponsor for the German national team, being outbid by their rivals over at Nike. Now, just to understand the magnitude and how big of a deal this is for people outside of that region, Adidas has sponsored this team for over 70 years. So since 1950, this team has been rocking the 3 stripes on their jersey, which will now be replaced with a good old Nike swoosh. So according to Financial Times, understanding the magnitude of the sponsorship change, German Economy Minister Robert Habeck told the local news agency he could hardly imagine the German kit without the 3 stripes, calling it a piece of German identity. So it seems like people are very upset about this. He went on to then say he would have preferred a bit more patriotism from the Football Association, and other German officials called it a wrong decision, destroying tradition and a piece of home. So it seems like Adidas was being a little cheap during the renegotiation process, as according to reports, it looks like Nike offered roughly over $100 million, while Adidas, their deal was less than half of what Nike offered. So it looks like Adidas was offering somewhere in the ballpark of around $50 million, while Nike was coming with that bag over $100 million per year. Now, according to the DFB, this is the vice chairman for the football or soccer team, he said the difference in bids were so enormous that there was no other outcome. So it seems like this is a huge deal, especially for local people of that region, as well as for football fans across the world. This is a huge change to a big tradition that's been going on for over 70 years. And I did hear somebody mention that, to compare this to would be something like as if Michael Jordan was to leave Nike for like a Chinese company like Anta or something like that. So this seems to be a major deal, of course, with Adidas, another L for them on the board, and we'll see if this has a lasting impression on the brand. It looks like these changes won't actually be taking place until 2027, but being is that Adidas has such a strong presence, in the world of football, one can only tell how this will affect the future of the brand. So Nike making big moves, it would appear that they are looking to gain a stronger presence in the world of football. Now, of course, we all know Nike is a leader in the industry, but slowly and surely we're starting to see other brands gain some momentum. Plus, there's been this narrative lately that Nike's been lacking innovation, which is why I wanted to bring up this recent tweet, which was going viral yesterday. It reads, "This is embarrassing, Nike. Stop releasing the AJ1." So of course, this is in reference to the latest Jordan 1 release, which we see here is going substantially low for under retail on the secondary market. Now, I want to say most recent Jordan 1 releases over the last year or so have actually, maintain this trend, as the kids like to say, our bricks or whatever. So let me ask you, which side of the debate are you on? Are you a sneakerhead that enjoys the current state of the market where most releases go under retail, sometimes even on sale, and just overall it's just an easier buying experience? Or are you more of like a reseller, somebody that likes their shoes to be hype and for things to kind of go the way that they were a few years back, where everything was selling out and a lot of shoes had high resale value? Now, it's kind of interesting because according to JD Sports, which happens to be Nike's biggest retail partner, their CEO, he said Nike has been so successful, but they just stopped a little bringing in new stuff. At the same time, Adidas is doing very well. He also said that New Balance is doing very well. Now, he also mentioned that shoppers are quickly getting bored with the brand's rotation, and if you don't bring in new stuff, new product, new innovation, new colors, I think the demand is suffering. So I feel like let's go ahead and double right back onto this tweet right here, where do you think Nike should maybe slow down or possibly stop dropping the Air Jordan 1? What do you guys think? If I had to offer a suggestion and, you know, not be so critical without offering some type of suggestion, while this is just off the top of my head, I feel like what Nike should possibly do, rather than dropping like all of this unnecessary filler, you know, colors, stop dropping like 50 different colors of the Jordan 1 per year and, you know, scale things back. Maybe drop like somewhere, you know, between like maybe like, let's say 5 to 7 different colors. And rather than like just hitting us with unnecessary colorways, hit us with impactful colorways, and on top of that, up the stock numbers. So if you have more stock numbers, as long as the colorways are good, I feel like they will still sell out. Even if it's not an instant sellout, over time, if you hit us with good colorways, they will eventually sell out. And for all of the resellers and people that are worried about resale value, if they drop good colors and they eventually sell out, they still will maintain, you know, resale value. Once all the pairs, you know, sell out, people will be jumping and, you know, to grab the pairs that they missed out on. So I feel like, you know, while not being super critical, I had to offer some type of little suggestion. I would say, you know, scale back on the amount of different colors and just hit us with the impactful colors. So let me know what you guys think. What do you think about this debate? Do you feel like Nike maybe should slow down on the Jordan 1? Do you feel like they're lacking innovation? Let us know down below, because of course we know other brands are starting to gain a lot of momentum. As mentioned, New Balance, they're doing their thing. Asics has definitely been taking advantage of the running shoe trend, that 2000s runner type of vibe. And then we're also seeing other brands like On Cloud, Hoka, you know, maintaining a lot in the runner space, which Nike used to be king in. And we're also seeing other trends starting to emerge. And then of course, low key, we got Ye cooking up over at Yeezy. So who knows what he's got coming in the future. So let me know what you guys think about this. Also, let me know what you think about Adidas losing their sponsorship for the German national team, as well as what releases you are looking forward to from this week. So we just briefly touched over the sneaker releases dropping this week, and of course, as we get closer to some of those drops, we'll go over some of those shoes in a little more detail. So drop your feedback down below. If you guys enjoyed today's video, please help out the channel by dropping a thumbs up. So we're gonna wrap things up. I'm JA. Make sure you guys stay safe, stay blessed, and I'm out, y'all. Love.